Hello my friends, this is Jose from LuoVita, and today I'm going to talk about why we are unable to accomplish these simple goals. So there are many reasons why we fail sometimes to achieve our goals. Some of these reasons include, for example, failing to set goals. Simple. Lack of motivation or not having enough discipline. I know, we all have it, it's not new. Whatever the reason, if you want to be successful, you need to take action. This is always the same thing. We need to take action. Setting goals is a great first step to success, of course. Let's go over 5 reasons why we never accomplish some goals. So the main reason people fail, for example, to accomplish simple goals is that they do not follow through on their plans. They might have some great ideas, but they will often abandon them once they feel uncomfortable. In short, they lack resilience to follow through. While this may be an easy way to fail, there are some few ways to avoid the same. So, lack of self-confidence is one of them. Many people, including me sometimes, we lack self-confidence, which is the key to this goal accomplishment. So in addition, many of us feel unworthy sometimes of pursuing certain goals, which sucks our motivation and energy. However, research suggests that people only need 2 motivational factors in order to make a significant change in their life. Lack of belief, the word abandonment scares some people. Sadly, too many people give up on their dreams, their goals, their aspirations. This lack of belief prevents them from making bold moves and investing their full energy into achieving their goals. So self-belief helps people avoid this failure spiral by helping them realize that they are capable of accomplishing their goals. Another thing is, for example, this inability to handle failure. I know, it's not easy. So while failure is a natural part of the process of success, many people don't handle it well. So when a project fails, they tend to focus on the failure instead of focusing on how to make it better. People who don't accept failure are always negative, doubtful, and unappreciated. And of course, this leads us to this inability to reach our goals. While they have written, for example, some people we write down sometimes goals, but we don't achieve them all. We write down what we have in mind. But then we don't take this first step towards, If we don't take action, we never will accomplish this goal. Believe me, it's experience. So those who fail to accomplish simple goals often blame their circumstances or actions of others. So failure to set goals is this consequence. That means one theory suggests that failure to meet an externally imposed standard can negatively affect a person's desire. So this theory suggests also that failure to meet a high standard suggests that an individual's skills are inadequate. And this can lead to these negative desires. So the failure to achieve a goal has a number of consequences, for example. The first is this reduction of motivation. So then this will influence our performance by failure to meet a simple goal. Sometimes we try to accomplish too many things at the same time. This has to do with multitasking also, but this will negatively impact our ability to accomplish one simple goal. For example, GPS has this feature that allows it to recalculate the route to our destination. In the same way, our goal's failure can teach us to be flexible and should teach us to be flexible and recalculate our efforts to reach this goal. So setting these long-term goals is scary sometimes and oftentimes involves stepping out of our comfort zone. But then this also then leads to this feelings of overwhelm, and many people give up before they even begin pursuing their goal. So this lack of action may be because of lack of understanding or information or motivation itself. But when we take action, we are more likely to succeed than we think of. We underestimate ourselves most of the time. And why? Because we lack discipline. Lack of self-discipline is a common problem, that most people face in life. Almost everybody. So this lack of discipline is often a result of bad habits that we develop over time, as well as lack of knowledge and understanding. So self-discipline is this ability to resist these temptations, to make impulse choices that have these negative long-term consequences for us. For example, if we eat too much junk food, we can develop diseases, high cholesterol, heart problems, and of course this has to do with self-discipline. And it's a lack of self-discipline. It's a sign of unhealthy state of mind, for example. When we are, for example, unhappy, it's more likely that we will not follow through with our desired action of goals. So this lack of self-discipline will be related to this lack of motivation or ambition. But this can be we can overcome this by implementing healthy habits. So in the long run, lack of discipline will lead to lazy habits and this lack of direction, like a lost GPS. But it will take time to develop this self-discipline. It's an ongoing process that requires patience and commitment to achieve these goals. So by practicing this discipline on a regular basis, you will gradually become more successful in accomplishing your goals. That's for sure. You will also become more disciplined and will push yourself harder. So learning self-discipline is this powerful skill really that will give you unfair advantages in life and in business. So when you are disciplined, you will find it easier to stick with your goal despite every challenge. So self-discipline will not only help you achieve success, but it will improve your self-esteem. It's the wealthiest people in the world, that have discipline and overcome obstacles. So lack of motivation is this problem, If we are struggling to accomplish a simple goal, then something to do is to increase your motivation level. So the first thing to do is identify what motivates us. Then we write it down and try to visualize. It's an exercise. Try to visualize it. Visualizing helps acquire these positive feelings of motivation. So there are also therapists. That is an excellent option for people who struggle with low motivation. A trained therapist can ask questions that can discover what's causing a lack of motivation and help you develop these solutions. And this benefit of a therapist include increased self-awareness, increase of energy, improve handling skills, for example, and validate feelings, which may also help increase your motivation. For example, depression can lead to lowered motivation. People who feel depressed may find themselves unable to complete work tasks, homework, or take care of basic needs. And the best way to deal with this depression is to examine our life and determine why your energy or where this energy loss is coming from. Then we must really find this root cause and find a solution. You can strengthen your willpower and self-discipline by making, for example, small but meaningful changes. These little steps every day in our daily routine, And remember that motivation comes and goes. That means, so if you're not feeling motivated to reach a goal, you can always start something else that you enjoy. And after a while, you will be motivated again. Then you direct this energy to your goals. If this doesn't work, you can try reading books, writing about your goal, or asking for help. If you're struggling to make a decision, you might need professional help sometimes, of course. Avoid this chronic state. Choose having a goal to accomplish is a great way to set priorities, you know. So if you're writing a book, for instance, or writing some kind of project, you have to devote a certain amount of time, of course. If you're unable to stick with this schedule, you should work with a professional sometimes. If it's really if your life depends on this, you know, if your profession depends on it. So there are healthier ways to reach a goal. And I invite you to check out the description. We have links, we have resources, and also subscribe to our blog LuoVita.com. You receive periodically advice and resources that can change your life, that can help you set your put your ideas on place, and you know, find these opportunities. You know, that's very important. Sometimes we have this difficulty in finding opportunities, but there are methods, there are ways that we can put our ideas on place so we see them. So check it out, try it, let me know, and take care.